EIGRP, router ID, and timers. On this topology, we don't need to build the topology because we already have a topology that we built earlier lab. And what we need to do is we need to change the router IDs and we need to change the timers as well. So here's how you do it. Yeah. Okay. We are already console into all our routers. This is continuation from the last lab. Okay. So we need to go to global configuration mode first, and inside the router mode, EIGRP 100, and we need to change the router ID. So the way you do it is you start with EIGRP and router ID, and if you look at the topology, we have R1 and R2, R3, so we will use 1.1.1, yeah, for each as a router ID. So 1.1.1.1, and R2 we will use all twos, R3, you got the idea, yeah? So before I press enter, let me show you what is the router ID now. So show IP protocol. If you look at it here, router ID now is 11.15.1, yeah? So we need to change that random number, that's the loopback address, so we need to change that. And the way you change it is EIGRP router ID 1.1.1.1, enter. And if you go out of it and show IP protocol, you can confirm that the router ID has changed and the neighbor relationship will reset itself, and it's doing that now actually. So it will just go down and come back up, form new neighbor relationship with that router ID that we configured. So what we need to do is we need to go to each router and configure that. Since I don't really have to do it, you can do it if you want to, but you don't really have to do it, yeah? But I've shown you how to do it. We need to move on to the second task in our lab, which is changing the timers. Okay, if you go to R1 and check the timers, show IP EIGRP neighbor, yeah? So you can see hold time is every, I think it's every 15 seconds. Yeah, it will never reach 15. You can see it goes up to 14, then it goes down. You see it goes down. So what we're going to do is we will go to, where are we now? We are in R1, yeah? So we will change R1 timers, this interface timers, and we will confirm by going to R2 and see what the change we made, yeah? Okay, so here's how you do it. Let's go to R1 and go inside the interface that's connected to the EIGRP and start with IB hello interferal, and if you use the sensitive help, it will tell you write down EIGRP and the autonomous system. If you use the sensitive help, that is this up to the seconds that you use, like the seconds that you can use. It's between 1 to 65,535. So in my case, what I will do is I will use only 5 seconds, because nowadays, I mean, 5 seconds is really long time. So we will use that, and while we're here, we can configure hold down time as well. IB hold time, and we use the same method, EIGRP 100. This 100 is our autonomous system, yeah? So don't get confused. It's just our autonomous system, and the whole time we will say, okay, hold time is 10, yeah? Okay, let's exit from there. If we go to R2 and let's say show, this is the command that we favor, show EIGRP neighbor, and you see this is R1. The IP address .1 is for R1, so it will never, the whole time it will never pass 9. Remember, you see 6. If you go up one more time, 8. Even if we go back to R1 now and we go inside the interface, I want to show you something that this is working. The timers, that the way we are tweaking it is working. I will just go up and whole time I will make it 7 seconds. Yeah, remember earlier it was going up to 8, up to 9. Now it will never go up to, it will never pass 6. You see that? This is what I'm looking at. Yeah, remember that number will never pass 6. Yeah, so that's all the verification we need. Thanks for watching.